Hello, 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 everyone. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day today. Beautiful evening. All right, mommy of six. All right. Hello, PG and chat. Much love to you. You are number one. Number one. Oh, our bucket list has holes. Number two. Hello, PG Summers Army. Hello, hello to you. God bless. Much love. Number two. Oh, Deputy Sheriff number three. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello to you. Hello to you, Deputy Sheriff. God bless. Much love. And let me see. Number four is spread love. Oh, that is beautiful. It says hi, PG. Hello, Summers Army. Hello, 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 hello. Hello to you. God bless. Good to see you in here. Absolutely. Hey, crimes have consequences. How you doing tonight, sweetie? How you doing? Let me get down. Linda, I see you. Miss Justice 111, I see you, hun. Mountain Mama. All right. Thank you, PG, for keeping Summer out there. God bless you all. God bless all of you. You're her army. Of course, we are going to keep her out here. Absolutely. Absolutely. We are going to keep her out here until she's found. We are not giving up. Absolutely. We will not give up. Or we won't give up on Sebastian, little Eli, or Michael Vaughn, right? We're going to keep marching forward. Absolutely. God, as long as God's given us the strength, we're going to use it, right? We're going to use it. We're going to use it, do everything we can. Help these babies get found, brought home in justice. Absolutely. And Texas Brad, how you doing, sweetie? Good evening, PG. Much love. God bless. Summer's Army. Mods in chat. Much love to you. Hey, much love back. Much love back to you, girl. Absolutely. God bless. Hey, Smiley, how you doing, sweetie? Good to see you. Good to see you in here. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello to you. God bless. Oh, Mountain Mama, that is so sweet of you. God bless. I'm praying we have answers soon. Yeah, I'm praying too. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. I promise I am right there with you. I pray all the time the Summer is found. I want her found, right? We need her found. Her brothers need her found. Um, the only ones not wanting her found seem to be the ones that should be wanting it the most, right? Don and Candace, Grandis, the three adults up on that hill that spent the most time with her, right? They spent the most time with her. They should have loved her, cared about her, and been looking as hard as Seth has been looking for his son, but they weren't. They seem to be more like Katie and Chris, right? More like Katie and Chris. Um, sad, sad. And just my opinion, I have the same opinion on Katie and Chris as I do Donald, Candace, and Grandis. I think they could absolutely answer the questions um, to what happened, to what exactly happened, right? To Sebastian. And I think Don, Candace, and Grandis could answer what happened to Summer. I really, truly do. And I also pray a lot that God lightens their heart and makes one of them come forth. These people need to come forth. They need to own up to what they did, right? They need to own up to what they have done, in my opinion. That's my opinion. Um, it's just how PG thinks, right? And I have the right to think however I please because this is America, land of the free, home of the brave. And we definitely are brave, right? We're definitely brave because we're going to keep those rights that so many people have been on live to give us, right? We're going to keep it. We're going to honor it. We're going to stand up for that as well, right? We ain't backing down. We ain't backing down. Stand us up at the gates of hell, but we won't back down, right? That's the truth. But I sure appreciate your support for Summer's channel. God bless. God bless. I really do. And Donna, good to see you. Deb, good to see you. Let me get on down through here, you guys. Summer really does need to be found. It's sad. It's sad. I see him doing so much more. And for Sebastian, you know, as they should. They should do that for every child, right? And Summer deserved to have all of that done for her as well, but she didn't. She didn't. It's sad. Hey, Butterfly, good to see you, Pink Butterfly. There she is. There she is, y'all. Girl, God bless. Much love. So, Ziggy and Fred's a couple. If so, that's cool. They spent a lot of time on getting to really know each other. Absolutely. Absolutely. They sure did, didn't they? I mean, I wasn't shocked. I wasn't, I was not shocked. It's something that I think a lot of us seen that coming. I seen it early on, early on, but, it is what it is, right? You can't stop love. Hey, Summer Breeze, how you doing, sweetie? Yes, Al, how you doing? Robin Shack. I got 2 in a row right there. Hey, PG and chat. Hey, everyone. I got 2 Robins right in a row. Absolutely. I hope SL is feeling good tonight too. Prayers. Hey, are you for real? How you doing? PG, I had a dream other night. The Summer is under the tree, where her swing is, or was. Oh wow. That could be true. That could be true. Very much be true. In Summer's case, anything could be possible. Anything could be possible, and I'll tell you why. Man, my chair. This chair gets on my nerves. I tell you why. It's because there were so many. This is my opinion. There were so many different hands, right? Too many different hands in Summer's case. Something about Summer's case just it isn't right. Trust me. There's something in Summer's case that just isn't. It isn't. It ain't right. It's like, you can. I would like to say, well, you can't put your finger on it, but you can. You can put your finger on it. But do you want to out what you're putting your finger on, right? Do you really want to come forth with, exactly what you're thinking? Well, I haven't yet, right? I haven't yet. I'm thinking about it. I don't know. Give me more time to think about it. Because I've been doing a lot of thinking, right? I've been doing a lot of thinking. And Summer's case is shady. You guys. Something ain't right here. And And we got, we got to wonder about that, right? We got to wonder about that because something definitely ain't right in Summer's case. Um, a whole lot, a whole lot of, you know, a whole lot of whole lot of things, um, that just ain't right. And, you know, maybe, maybe I'll try to put you guys, it's a good idea. Maybe I'll put a slideshow together, a slideshow so that, because, hearing, um, hearing isn't to, for me, I don't think hearing, listening's good enough. I think that, when you can visually see something while you're hearing it, it seems to stick. It seems to stick with folks longer, right? When you can hear and see. So, I think I'll work on that. I'll work on putting a slideshow together and show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. And because it's definitely there's a lot of shadiness and so many different areas, right? So I think that's what I'll do for you is put that slideshow together so that you guys can, see what I'm talking about when I'm talking about her particular case, right? Now I'm talking about from beginning to end to where we're at right now. Um and we are 2 years 9 months into it, right? And a whole lot of days. So it's been a long time. It's been a long time. And I don't, something ain't right. Something ain't right about this case not getting solved. Something ain't right. This case ain't getting solved. It's getting held up. Right? It's getting held up. So why? Why is this case being held up, by law enforcement so no one else could get it in their hands? That's a big red flag right there, right? That's a red flag. To me, that's a red flag. I've got to question that. I got to question that. Um, and yeah, and in the slideshow, I'll also explain why. Hey, your dream could be true. Under the swing, absolutely. Under the tree, absolutely. Yeah, I'll make that. I'll make that make sense too. I'll make that make sense too. Um, um, so yeah, I was just giving myself a mental note to make sure that to make sure that I put this slideshow together properly. Um, you know, I got so much going on, you guys, that I got so much going on that I have to make these little notes, or PG won't be able to keep up with everything, right? Um, working a job and taking care of a family and doing this, and you know, it's it's a lot. It's a lot, to say the least. Um, and then all the other things too, right? All the other things, because then you have to make time to go out and time to, date and do other stuff, and um, yeah. So your mind's all over the place. Your mind's everywhere, and you could get pretty. pretty scattered. It's pretty scattered when you've got a whole lot of things going on, right? So, but, but, I did want to share, I did want to share with you guys, that, oh, I was telling you about the coat of paint making everything look brighter, right? Uh, I was telling you guys about it when, I was needing a rocking chair and, you know, the Geritol and the Medicare. Right? Um, yeah, spring. I love spring. I absolutely adore spring, but I'm going to tell you something. Whew. I think I'm overly liking it this year, and it's exhausting. Right? When you over like something, it's exhausting. But let me tell you what, the coat of paint. Oh my goodness! Let me tell you what, it looks like a picture out of a magazine. Oh, I promise. I wish I could show you guys. Boy, is it beautiful! Boy, is it beautiful! I definitely picked the right colors. Absolutely. I was astonished at how beautiful it has turned out. Absolutely. It's amazing. Ziggy will need a rocking chair. He might. Pam, she might. I don't know. Right? I don't know. But I did, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised about Ziggy. I'm not surprised that her Fred is, you know, hooked up, right? I'm not surprised at all. And, congratulations. Absolutely. Congratulations, to Ziggy and Fred, right? Here you go. The beautiful, happy couple right there, right? Beautiful, happy couple right there. I say congratulations, right? I mean, I know Fred's, I know Fred's song, you guys. I know the song Fred's been singing, right? I know it. You guys want me to share it with you? You want me to share his song with you that he was singing, that he'd been singing? Oh, you guys do. You do. You guys want me to share the song that Fred's been singing. I know it. I know it for real. Right? Absolutely. Congrats to him. Congrats. Yeah. I'm going to tell you, Fred's song he was singing over the past couple years, right? The last couple years. Let me yeah, Kim says yes. Do tell PG. Yeah. Well, let me tell you. Fred's song was the hardest thing I ever had to do. Right. Is holding her and loving you. Right. There you go, y'all. That's what Fred be singing. Fred be singing that. Right? He was singing it, man. He was getting down on it. Right? Yeah. It must have been hard. It must have been hard to be holding her while loving Ziggy. Right? Sing it, PG. The hardest thing I've ever had to do is love. Oh, no, I messed it up. Right? Let me try again. Let me do the Fred. I ain't gonna do the PG. I'm gonna do the Fred. Cause this is probably how he sung it. Oh, the hardest thing I've ever had to do was holding her and loving you. Right? That's a little bit better. You guys. Yeah. I was going to get down on it, right? I was going to get down with it. I was gonna do. It's like changing up the song in the Wizard of Oz, right? You hear one person sing it, and the other one jazzes it up. I was about to jazz it. Real love. I'm searching real love. Yeah. Fred, before Fred met Ziggy, he was singing. He was also singing. I was looking for love in all the wrong places. Right? None of that stuff worked out. So I'm sure he was looking for it in all the wrong places. Right? Crack me up, man. Yeah. Oh shoot. But they make a beautiful couple, right? They make a beautiful couple. Absolutely. Congratulations to Ziggy. I'm happy for her. And I'm happy for Fred. You know, I really am. I'm happy for both of them. Um, you know, I while I'm on this topic, because I'm going to get off this topic and move on to, onto um other things here in a second. But while I'm on the topic, you guys, while I'm on it, you guys know PG. I do tell. But while I'm on it, I got to say a few other things about, Ziggy and Fred. Because there's a lot of people covering it, right? A lot of people covering it. Like it's front page, right? It's front page. Absolutely. It's on the front of the magazines, the newspapers, and everything, right? It's everywhere. What? Ziggy's with Fred? That's not shocking, right? It's not shocking. I knew that, I knew this before, you know, before any of, I knew this way back, folks. I knew this way back. So, it was no shock to PG. But it was a shock to a lot of people. It's been a shock to a lot of people. Some of them are like, hey, I'm happy for you to see that, you found each other and everything works out. And, I hope Fred stays on the straight and narrow. He deserves a good life. I think Ziggy would work to help him do that. I think they would be good to help each other, to be honest with you. I think they're good to help each other. So with that being said, but there's a lot of people, not seeing it that way, right? There's a lot of people not seeing it that way. There's a lot of people who are saying other things, I know Laura. I know Laura was in the mix of all of this, right? I know she was. But, when my thing is when, something ends, it just means God's got something better for you. So I think, that God probably has something better for Laura too, right? God's got something better for Laura too. In all of this. So, um, that's just how it is. There should be no hard feelings anywhere at all. You can't stop love, man. You can't stop it. That's what I'm talking about. So, with that being said, there's some people that yeah, it is what it is. I feel bad for Laura as well. Absolutely. Um, you know, but when one door closes, another one opens, right? When one door closes, another one opens. And I'm sure Laura's going to be, just fine. She's a strong person. Um, always has been. So, but some people ain't seeing it, like we are. They're not like, congratulations, we're hoping everything works out for all the best all the way around, right? One of them being Lisa, right? Lisa is, having a talk about all of this, right? Lisa's having a talk about all of this. And did we talk about her relationship? Huh? All right. Hey, Lisa, have we been talking about your relationship? No. Oh, see there? Oh, look. Best friends, right? Right there. We don't talk about her relationship with her new man. Absolutely not. I don't know why she's talking about somebody else's. What the hell? Right? Yeah, there you go. They're gonna be together forever, right? They're gonna be together forever. Right there. Lisa and her new relationship. That's what I'm talking about. And like White Boy, man, he's really got a problem with Ziggy and Fred, right? I ain't ever heard somebody I mean, he's really going at it, right? He's really going at it about the Ziggy and Fred thing. And White Boy, was any of us out here talking about your relationship? Oh, you know with who? Right here.
Shake it like you
Here it is.
come on and dance with me. Come on.
That's what White Boy be saying it. That's what he needs to done. Shake, baby, shake. All right. Look at that, folks. Look at that, Donald. Look at Donald. White Boy. I know he's watching. I know he's watching this, y'all. Yeah. He's like, keep going, Donnie. I'll be back in Tennessee. Don't worry, baby. I'm on my way. Right? There he is. Honey, you gotta stop. Can's coming home, right? Can's coming home. Donnie ain't gonna stop. No, he's gonna shake it some more for you, White Boy. There you go. Oh yeah. See there? Donnie's shaking it for White Boy. There you go. We ain't talking about that relationship either, was we? We ain't talking about their relationship. Why they talk about somebody else's? I don't know. Right? I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I'm just saying. Hey, hello. We got a lot of new people coming in right now. Yeah, yeah, that's Don. He was breaking it down. He's breaking it down for White Boy. He was, Don was like, getting down. Hey, Pam, what's up?
I don't know what's up.
Hey, girl, good to see you. So what do you think about Ziggy's and Fred's relationship there?
You really want my opinion?
Yeah, go ahead, girl. You're entitled to your opinion.
I think she did Laura wrong, bringing her up on a panel, acting like she liked her, and then take her man. Are you really serious?
Pam, man, I gotta throw you off. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding, Pam. I had one too many brownies tonight.
It worked out between them, but I'm going to tell you now. She had this planned. She had this planned all along because I wrote Laura, and I sent you the message.
Yeah, I seen it.
And she said,
Hold on. ASL, I appreciate that. Gifted 1 Prayer Garden of America membership. Hey, girl, that is a gift that will keep giving. God bless. And Big ol' Mom, I gifted a Prayer Garden of America membership. God bless. Another gift that will keep giving. Hey, I appreciate all of y'all. Every last one of you supporting Summer's channel. God bless. Laura said they were not together. Butterfly Kisses says Laura said they were not together.
Well, all I can say is
Laura didn't want Fred.
when I wrote her when I wrote her and asked her how she was doing, she
Laura is
said,
living
I
with
don't know
another
what the
man.
date was on the, I'll go back and find out the date. But she
Um,
said, I don't know and I don't care. And I got Ziggy to thanks for that. That's exactly
um,
what the message said.
hold on, Pam. Hold on, hon. Okay. It was March 9th at 7:38 a.m. And you asked her how she doing. And March the 9th at 4:57 p.m. I don't know. And I care. I don't have, she's saying I don't know and I don't care. I don't have a reason to fight. Um, it's no more to fight it no more. I guess I can thank Ziggy for that. You asked her how is your CAN, you know, and doing. So her illness. I don't know if you're allowed to say that words on here or not, so I'm not
I
doing it.
wouldn't say it. Just
But
say illness.
anyway, it's her, her illness, and we all know what that is already. And she said, what she said to you, um, you know, and yeah, that is sad. That's very sad. Um, well, that was, just that was just a couple weeks ago. So, that was just a couple weeks ago. Love you. Oh, wow. Granny's house. I appreciate that. God bless. Love you, PG, for everything you do. Hey, girl, I love you guys. And I really appreciate your support for Summer's channel. I appreciate that help. God bless. God bless. And much love. Um, oh, Deputy Sheriff, that is so sweet. Granny's house. Thank you. And our bucket list has holes. Granny
That's
house.
just,
Thank you so much. They are all thanking you as well. I so appreciate it. God bless. Um,
I just hope
oh, she
I
said
hope
you're
everybody's
welcome.
the best. But it is what it is. She's
It
got
is.
the
It
attention.
is. You
She
know,
knew she was gonna do this when she went down there and she went to Tennessee and found them bones in his yard. And then, what she did with them. Yeah. I mean, this is just it's an ongoing thing with Fred. She's wanted Fred from probably day one.
I well, some people fall in love at first sight, right? Sometimes it's first sight love. I don't know. I mean, you know, haven't you ever seen those movies where in slow motion where, you know, these two people lock eyes and then all of a sudden they start running and flopping their hands and, in slow motion, and then all of a sudden, they embrace each other and it's like love at first sight kind of thing. Um, I don't know. Has it ever happened to PG? No. Right? But it could happen. I don't know. It could happen.
Well, if Laura's with someone else, she's probably better off.
Well,
I
you
thought
know,
he was getting investigated while back on 2 murders, but one was at Summers.
um,
Whose was the 2 murders? That was back when he was in jail. Ziggy said that.
well, well, we know one of them was Cotton, right? I think one of them was Cotton. So, that's not, that don't surprise me. And who's the other one? God only knows. But I mean, there's so many people, in this case surrounding Summer that have, that have. I mean, I think that Leslie and Allison's, um, you know, being on live was kind of weird. I think their cases was really weird. So, and Cotton, he was, another one that's really weird. Jose's really, that's weird too. Absolutely, Betty. I mean, so, and Jose's clean out in California, right? Go figure. Um, so I don't know. I don't know. I
And
mean,
then she was saying on her live the other day about, oh, the Redmonds had hogs. And then I can't quote it by exact what she said. They had hogs, and then, oh, they slaughtered them. What was she trying to? Was she trying to say that Summer was fed to the hogs, or what? She said Fred told her that.
Fred, repeat that again, sweetie.
She said that Fred told her something that was interesting. Well, she went to talking about, oh, before Summer went missing, the Redmonds had hogs.
Right.
I'm thinking, okay.
Okay. Okay. What about their hogs?
And then
Well,
she went and she said,
a lot of people have. I
and
mean,
then she said they either slaughter them or sold them.
well, this is backwoods. Absolutely backwoods. People have have chickens. They have hogs. They have, some of them have horses. Some have, cows. I mean,
Yeah, but
not,
the way
that's
she said it, it wasn't. What was she trying to insinuate? That Summer got ate by the hogs or what? I mean, it's the way she said it.
well, I'm gonna
Before
tell you.
Summer went missing, and then after Summer went missing, they slaughtered them or they sold them. Fred told me that. It was interesting.
Mm, well, um, oh, okay. That isn't a romantic story to me, but it could be romantic to someone else. I don't know.
And then she
He did not
went
say
on. Then she went
that
on to
about
say,
Summer, Pam. You are the one that just said it, not her.
"I got the clip. I sent it to PG."
No, not true. Fred was was never investigated for any unlivings. Fred said
Yes,
he
he
was.
was.
Fred
He
said
said
Fred
he was.
said that they gave him a lie detectors test. Um, yeah, I did hear Fred on
I'm not
Ziggy.
making up things.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard Fred on Ziggy say that they were giving him a polygraph um in Cotton's case, that they asked him to do a polygraph over Cotton, um, who was found unalived in the park. And Fred took the polygraph. That's the polygraph that he showed everybody. We were all showing it. He shared, um, what they asked, and how it turned out. He shared how his polygraph had turned out, and he wasn't worried about it. He wasn't worried about sharing the results. And I believe that's where, when Candace was on White Boy saying she was going to get a hold of her lawyer, right? And the lawyer was going to get a hold of the paperwork that, for her and Don's polygraphs, and she was going to give them to White Boy so White Boy could show that, her and Donald and maybe even Grandis, I don't know, had passed with flying colors, the polygraph test. And we didn't ever see, we ain't seen it yet, right? We're still waiting. Um, So I wasn't going to hold my breath or vow to not eat until we get the results for sure. Right. we wasn't we wasn't going to do none of that because we knew you know that would have just been too long. We'd be waiting forever on the other side. We did that.
Well,
But
I hope Ziggy has a good life. I mean,
oh,
everybody
I
deserves it,
absolutely
but
do. I absolutely do. And I hope
and I
she
hope
could.
Laura has a good life.
Oh, and I'm sure she will. I'm sure she will. When one door closes, Pam, it means another door's open. And, it just means God's got something better for you, right? God's got something better for you. And, you know,
Yeah,
I,
don't
I,
drink. I'm
best.
gonna warn everybody: don't drink the Tennessee water. Take your own.
Yeah. Hey, a lot of people say that. A lot of people say that. I don't know what's in that Tennessee water, but, you know, um,
It's real confusing.
PG likes it.
Well, don't and stay off of Ben Hill Road and Beach Creek.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Mm. Ziggy was just saying, Pam.
Oh well.
I don't know. You know, I hear, I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it. But anyhow, um, yeah. Shit.
Yeah, she had to fly this time.
Oh well, she chose to fly because it's less exhausting. It's safer. It's safer to fly than to drive. That far. Because you're being held up in different hotel rooms, and it, and God only knows. Some of them hotels, can be shady, right? Some places are shady, and
Well,
so
Marlena, I'm okay.
hey, old retired lady, how you doing, sweetie? Good to
She's been,
see you.
I hope she has a good life.
Absolutely, Pam. I mean, I wish everybody the best. God wants us to spread love. He wants us to, spread the love, kindness, and caring. You know, not. I mean, I wish Laura just as much. I wish Laura just as much. Love and kindness and everything as I do Ziggy and Fred. I just think that.
Exactly. Everybody deserves somebody.
Amen.
I'll be 57 Friday.
You know, I personally think that Ziggy. I think this is when Ziggy first fell in love with Fred. Right? I think that's when she first fell in love with Fred. Is when she saw this picture. Right? There you go. Look at this guy. What's not to love, right? What's not to love? There you go. What do you think, Pam?
Well, he's up there. He's ready to go now. He needs
Yeah.
Ziggy on the back of it.
That's right there's her knight in shining armor. That's
Yep.
that's her knight in shining armor.
Yep.
I want Butterfly Kisses says I want the horse.
Exactly. But if Ziggy wants it, she can have it.
Oh God.
I'll keep my 3 dogs and my man that I have. So I'll be 57 tomorrow. Fred's only 52. So she said that on the live. So we can say Ziggy and Fred sitting in a tree. KISSING.
First comes love, then comes
Then
marriage.
comes Mary's. Third
Here
thing
comes
comes the
Ziggy push
baby
the
in the
baby
bear.
chairs.
Exactly. There we go, Ziggy.
There you go. There you
And they
go.
were singing that. Her and Chris was singing that just a while ago on her live.
Hey, listen, Pam. You know, I'm going to tell you what. You can't spend your whole life. You can't spend your whole life, um, being upset, for somebody, for someone else, because I'm going to tell you, you know, we don't know the whole story. Personally, I don't need to. Um, what I see is, somebody that's, got light in their eyes. They're super happy right now. You know, there isn't nothing that I dislike more in this world than, you know, someone to try to, put the light out in someone's eyes. I mean, if someone is
Hey, if she's
really,
happy, she's happy. She got to be the one to be
right,
happy with it.
if someone is really excited, if they're really excited about anything, I don't care what it is. If they're excited over getting a raise at work, if they're excited over getting a new car, if they're excited over getting a home, if they're excited, I don't care if they get excited because they found a shiny penny laying on the ground. I'm going to be excited for them, right? I love, you know, I hate to say this, but I love to bathe in other people's happiness just as much as I do my own, right? And I think that's the way we should be. I think, everybody, when people are that happy, as Ziggy and Fred is right now, they want everyone to be happy for them. I just wish everybody could. I wish everybody could. I mean, what we don't have no dog in the race,
I don't
right?
either.
We don't have no dog in a race. So hey, girl, I'm gonna happy dance, right? I'm gonna dance. It's just
Give her a dance. Hey, she's got to live with it for the rest of her life.
right. Um, and she probably wants to. She
We
probably
ain't
wants
got no
to.
nickel in that dime.
Oh, um,
But I'll tell you what, there ain't a woman out there that's woman enough to take my man. Can guarantee that.
um, she ain't woman enough to take my man.
Man, come a dime a dozen, you can buy them anywhere.
Yeah. Go ahead, Pam. Finish singing it. Finish singing that song.
But I wanted to tell everybody, my brother, and I wanted to tell you, not off subject, but my brother had a walk Friday for my
Right.
niece.
Yeah. Yeah. You was telling me about that. Hmm.
And he wrote a poem that's on the back. I don't
Right.
have it right in front of me, or I'd read it to you. But it was a nice poem. And as of October, it will be 22 years that she's been unlived.
Hey. Um.
But my brother's still waiting for justice to this day. And don't ever think a kid or an adult or anybody can't get justice, because you can get justice. It's just a matter of time.
Hey. 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 Jean from the block. Pass that my way. pass that PG's way. Right?
Hey, I'm not gorgeous. I've been told brush my hair, put my teeth in. It's me.
Why you Bam, I done told you, man, I done had too many brownies tonight. You can't be bringing this kind of stuff up.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay, then everybody in the chat,
it was
if
me.
anybody wants to send me Pepsis or bologna, I'll take any that you send. My birthday is tomorrow.
Happy birthday, Pam.
And
And
PG won't be in.
Tomorrow's Thursday, girl. Tomorrow's Thursday.
No. Oh, I mean Friday.
God willing, I'll be here on your birthday.
Friday is my birthday.
I'll be here on your birthday, girl.
No,
Hey,
you won't. It's
Lisa.
Friday. You don't come in on Fridays.
Lisa, I appreciate that. God bless. God bless.
But I love everybody in chat.
City. There we go.
Love everybody in chat.
Oh, happy birthday, Kim. Happy birthday, Kim. They're all
Happy
saying
birthday.
happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kim.
Kim. Hey,
Happy
girl,
birthday
you gotta
to
sing.
you.
You gotta sing it like this. It's my birthday and I'll cry if I want to. Cry if I want to.
You would cry
Would cry
too
too.
if it happened to you.
Do you? Do. All right. There you go, Kim. Happy birthday, girl. Happy birthday. God
Happy
bless.
birthday. She got 2 songs for the price of 1.
Amen. Excel, how you doing, sweetie? God bless. I appreciate that. Gifted
Molly.
1 Prayer Garden of America membership. Hey, that is another gift that will keep giving. God bless. God bless.
Molly said you need to make a bologna cake.
Yeah, PG needs to make Pam a bologna cake. You know what, Pam? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try real hard to try to come in early Friday just to say happy birthday to you, girl. I'm gonna try real hard. Open a live just to say happy birthday to you. I'm gonna seriously try to get that done. For real. For real.
For real?
For real.
I just hope all these kids are found and justice is served.
So do I. So do I, girl. Now you know what? That is a topic that could definitely make me sober. Right? I can definitely make me sober right there. Matter of fact, you know, if I could only quit thinking about this. Together forever. Together forever. Together forever. Right. Shit. PG done had too many brownies, y'all. I done had too much.
He playing the guitar.
I done had too much of something. Pam, we're going to have Ziggy, new man Fred, jump out of the cake for you. Yeah,
No,
that's a good one. That is a good one. I love it.
Good.
I love it.
I'm good.
Right. Hey, Fred, listen, Fred, you gotta ride this way. We need you to jump out of a bologna cake.
Put a Pepsi in the middle. Put a Pepsi jumping out of that, but you ain't putting Fred in there. I got my man.
Hey. Hey, listen, I'm going to try to be in Friday to make everybody's dreams come true. All right.
Well, I hope it ain't Fred, because I'm going to be disappointed if he comes out of a cake. Go
Oh,
put him in Ziggy's cake.
there's your
Make
bologna.
Ziggy a cake and make him come out of hers.
Oh, 120 acres. You are hilarious. I love it. Oh, shoot.
I'm good.
Oh, God.
My
Hey,
man,
listen.
my man rides a motorcycle
Oh,
when he's
shit.
working.
Hey, I'm going to give a shout out to Ronald. Hey, Ronald, I'm giving a shout out to you. That was hilarious. That was a good one.
Thanks, Ronald.
I love that one. That was a good one, man. Uh, oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, God.
I like bologna and Pepsi, thank you.
Oh, Lord.
Well,
Okay.
just think about it, PG. What we seen on maybe Fred and Ziggy could get one of them double toilets. Did you hear me?
Wait.
Maybe they could get one of them double outhouses.
I'm afraid that Ziggy don't do that. She don't do outhouses. She's gonna move Fred into the city. Fred's gonna start living the city life, right? Green Acres is the
The
life
place
for
to
me.
be.
Right?
Living is the life for me. Land spread out far and wide.
Keep Manhattan, but give me that countryside.
Exactly. I'm hillbilly all the way. I'll mow my yard in the dark. I'll mow my yard barefooted. I
Hey,
don't
listen,
need no
Tim,
shoes.
I'm having a lot of fun here tonight.
Yeah, I don't need no shoes. I don't need no coat. Just I'll mow the yard barefooted.
I think Ryan and Andy have a double toilet. Yeah, they got that. They got that covered, right, Molly? You know it, girl. You know it. Oh shit! Mm.
Fred's gonna be a city boy.
Listen, Pam. Listen.
Believe me, you might be able, PG, you might be able to leave the city or leave the country, but you can't take the Billy out of the country.
Listen. I got to get to business.
All
as
right,
hard as
let's
that,
go.
as hard as that's going to be tonight, I gotta get to business because I can't be in here. I can't be in here all night keeping all these good people, all these beautiful people awake.
Okay, I'm sorry.
They love PG, but I don't think they love me that much, right? They don't want to be up all night with me, so I gotta get to business. I'm telling you guys,
Get to it, PG.
PG got the giggles tonight. I got the giggles. You guys
We
gotta
want to know what you know.
listen. Um, what I want to talk about is why Summer's case has not been solved. I'm starting to wonder if Sebastian's will or not, right? I'm starting to wonder if Sebastian's will. It seems to be going the same route. Just saying, it seems to be going the same route. Now, I'm going to tell you, I heard some really interesting things. Um,
Mhm.
I heard some really interesting things. You know, upon Sebastian's case, right? And here's the interesting thing, and it makes a lot of sense. Now, you know, I know that everybody, we all, are praying that Sebastian is found, you know, healthy and safe somewhere, right? We're all hoping this. we're hoping that, he's found somewhere happy and safe. Um, but, but, and this is my opinion, I do not think that that is really what, really what law enforcement is thinking. I know checking landfills and water, different places of water, bodies of water, is, I know that this is just a safety feature, right? I know that it's formality, right? Okay. That's true. This is true. But when they start going back to it, after they've done it, they start going back to it. It leads us to believe. That, and law enforcement is getting more aggressive also in Sebastian's case. Law enforcement is getting more aggressive. Now, when they start getting more aggressive, as they are now starting to do, everything's on the table, right? Everything's on the table. So when you see them starting to do the aggressive part, well, they're pretty much thinking, in my opinion, they're pretty much thinking unalived, right? Unalived. Now, that's pretty much how they did with Summer too, right? That's how they did with Summer also. It was the wandering off thing at first, like they did Sebastian. It was, checking all the areas and any, any ponds or anything, the water, right? They checked the water on Summer as well. And then, it went to a whole lot of questioning and, and following ups and all of the things like they did with Sebastian as well. And then it was back, right? And the extra searches that, we seen with Summer. Now we're seeing it with Sebastian. And the aggression. Remember, Ronnie, the law enforcement started getting a little aggressive, right? They were getting aggressive. And then before you knew it, Don and Candace wasn't complying with them, right? And then Ronnie came out and said, no, they're not working, they're not complying with us. They're not working with us. They've lawyered up. And I think that's I think that is almost where we're at again in Sebastian's case. Now, it's this standard formality in Tennessee to do this, and then 3 years down the road, they still have no idea what took place. I mean, I don't know. What I'm saying is, with Sebastian's case, I feel that they dropped the ball. I feel they dropped the ball in Sebastian's case from day one. I really do. Just like Summer's case. What I'm saying is, let us not just assume a child, wandered off. We don't need to assume that these children that come up missing has wandered off. I mean, okay. It could be, it could be, but let's treat it as a criminal case, right? Let's treat it as a criminal case from the start. What I'm saying is, a kid comes up missing right away, they should, right away, who's ever inside that home needs to leave. It needs to be roped off, and everything from there should be evidence, right? Until the child's found. It should be evidence. Now, they could still look everywhere for the child, right? They could still look everywhere for this child. But this house needs to be canistered, right? It needs to be canistered, and it needs to be gone over to make sure that, no criminal acts had took place inside this house or outside this house, right? That's what needs to really be done in missing child's cases. Why they don't do it, I don't know. Now, you know, let's take Quentin Simon's case. Now I'm going to tell you, and and over in Georgia, let me tell you, the people who handled the law enforcement that handled Quentin Simon's case, let me tell you about these people. They know what they're doing. They absolutely know their stuff over there. Because when they pulled up at Leilani's, they said crime scene, right? I'm sorry, Miss Babysitter, but you're going to have to walk home and your car is going to have to stay here, right? Your car's got to stay here. Everything that's around here is going to stay here. This is now a crime scene. And we are going to, we're going to be going over everything with a fine-tooth comb, right? And they did. And what did they do? They solved Quentin's case, right? They solved his case immediately. Why? Because they came in there and they treated it like the crime scene that it was. It shook the people up, right? It shook them up, put the fear in them, and the truth came out. And that's why you treat it like that. That's why you treat it like that. Because when you come in like that, you shake the people up. They get worried. And you know what? Most of the time they spill the beans, right? Just like Leilani did. Just like she did. She spilled the beans. And, and that's why common sense tells you this is the best way to handle every missing persons, not just children or teenagers, young adults, but every case, right? Every case should be treated like that. Now, in Tennessee, they don't seem to treat these cases like that. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. Because, they're giving, this wandering off thing. Here's my thought. Does Tennessee do this in order to, give the crime scene time to be destroyed, right? Time to be destroyed so they really don't, have to overly put any time into doing it right? Because when you do it right, it is a lot of time. It is a lot of, it's a lot of cost, right? It's a lot of cost to come in there and do all the things that they do that, they did in Quentin's case. Oh yeah, that cost quite a bit. But they solved it. Is Tennessee, doesn't want that? I don't know. Tennessee has, a lot of policies, a lot of rules and so forth that other states don't have. And other states have rules that, other states don't have. I think it should be across the board, all 50 states, that anytime any child under the age of 21 comes up missing, that immediately is not wandered off or ran off or whatever. It should be treated as a crime scene right away, right? Especially if it's for, someone who has, special needs, or a child under the age of 10 years old, a child under the age of 10, children under the age of 10, very, very, very seldom run off, right? It's like not even hardly heard of a child under the age of 10 running off. 10 and under, you can pretty much bet they did not run off. And and when it comes to kids with autism and things like that, issues like this, they usually don't as well. So therefore, it should really be treated. It should really be treated as, a crime scene, if you ask me. And I think we would get a lot more cases solved if it was done like that. I mean, it should be mandatory across the board, all the states, right? And that's just what I'm saying. That's just what I'm saying. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Libby and Abby's case. I agree. I agree. The West Boys. The West Boys. If the West Boys case, if the West Boys case would have been, if the West Boys case would have been in Tennessee, the parents probably, the the foster parents, the foster parents probably would not have been in jail, right? They probably wouldn't have been in jail, is what I'm thinking. So, you know, I don't think they would have, I don't think they would have been in jail. So, the West Boys have been missing. Come December, they'll be missing 4 years. 4 years come December. They still have not found. They still have not found the West Boys. Um, you know, and but if it would have been, because Tennessee doesn't seem to want to prosecute, right? They don't want to build a case and they don't want to prosecute without the victim, without the victim. And you know, and a lot of people ain't going to get justice, right? You're not going to get justice if you operate like that. Now, you don't have to have the victim. You don't have to have the victim in Tennessee to build a case and prosecute, right? You don't have to do that. But Tennessee just, they tried to turn down. They tried to turn down. I think that's what Ronnie and Pruitt, and TBI and FBI. I think they were all, I think they were building Summers' case, you know, um, aside from Summer, because they, you know, I think they understood that finding Summer was like a needle in a haystack, right? And so they would have to prosecute, fully on, you know, facts, facts, solid facts that lead them to believe the foul play, right? But I think that, it being Tennessee and Tennessee not, liking to do cases like that without the victim, it's a possibility that, is why Summer's case hasn't really went anywhere in 2 years, 9 months, and so many days now. So, you know, it it just is, it is what it is. And I don't know. I don't know, you guys. But I also wonder about law enforcement in Tennessee, not all of Tennessee, but in Rogersville, Tennessee. I kind of wonder about the law enforcement there because, Summer's case, we haven't got no updates, right? We haven't got no updates. Even the news media is kind of like avoiding it, right? News media is kind of avoiding Summer's case now, um, you know, and it's kind of out, out of the attention of everything now. And it just seems to me like, you know, you got you got people trying to hope it goes away, if you ask me. Kind of like it hoping it'll go away. Mountain Mom, I appreciate that. Member for 9 months. Amen. God bless. I appreciate it. So I don't know. I got to ask myself, what's the holdup, right? I mean, if it's not going, if you ain't got no updates, you, you're saying it's an active and ongoing investigation, right? An active and ongoing investigation. But you also said, you're only taking solid leads, meaning that you ain't got any from what, you know, we heard Pruitt tell Andy, right? Pruitt was telling Andy they're only taking solid leads, as if they don't have nothing. So why are you holding this case up? I mean, you've had 2 years, 9 months, and quite a few days to, you know, solve this case. That's how long you've had. Why? Why hasn't it been solved? Why hasn't, why ain't you got something solid? Why don't you have something solid in all of this? Nothing solid? Makes me wonder. Makes me wonder. And I also heard Pruitt saying, oh, well, Andy, your name ain't ever, your name hasn't come up. Yeah, Andy's name has come up quite a few times, right? Quite a few times. Andy's name has come up, right? It has come up out of Jody Sue's mouth saying, hey, he freaked out on my daughter, right? On my daughter. She failed to mention her son as well, but her daughter. And, and myself saying, that he's the last one to see Summer, right? In a very bad way. And that, he was going over there selling stuff, right? Supposedly to sedate not only Summer, but others her age, right? A lot. I mean, what do you mean his name ain't came up? Because I'm sure when people heard her saying this, they were making phone calls. I don't care if they made them to the FBI. I don't care if they made them to TBI. I don't care if they made them to Hawkins County. All three of these agencies work together, and they're one agency. When they're working together, they become one. And any information that any of them get comes across everyone's desk. So how can Pruitt sit there and say, "Oh, you haven't ever come across my desk"? Bullshit. That's bullshit. It had to come across your desk because I'm sure out here in the YouTube world, that stuff was reported. That stuff was like reported ASAP as soon as people heard it, right? I mean, some people have that stuff on speed dial to report it. So, and I know for a fact myself that yes, Andy's name has has you know been directed to Pruitt personally. Andy's name has personally, and I have, and I don't say nothing I don't have receipts on, but I know Andy's name has been dropped in Pruitt's ear, right? And he sat there and said it wasn't. That's BS. That's not true. That's not true. Hey Jimmy, how you doing, sweetie? IPG and fam. What did I miss? Um, well, you missed Pam's birthday, but if you show up on Friday, you can get a slice of bologna cake. Right? That's what that's what you might wanted to miss that. I don't know. Right? You might have wanted to miss it. I don't know. That's funny. Um anyway, let's just go back. Let's go back and listen to Dawn. Picture you in summer.
I always picture me and Summer and all the great moments we had together.
Well, this is like 6 months. You said 6 months or so before Summer came up missing. An angel had come to you.
Yeah, and everybody mocked that and everything.
No,
That's
no,
that's
no,
why.
no. Okay, okay, no. And then you said the same angel came back to you again, right? Do you see the screen?
Yeah.
You said it came back to you again about a week or a week and a half before Summer came up missing.
Well, that
18 days, 18 days to be exact. It was when she was dancing around the first cell barrel. It's when Dudley seen them packing Summer out. And look at her. Looks like she was on the milk jugs, right? Right? Jody Sue said that Andy was, and ask him. She said, ask him, right? What it was besides the goody good, right? Ask him what it was beside the goody good. Meaning, she wasn't talking about the goody good. She was talking about something else. And look at this baby. And Dudley plainly said, I mean, this baby is supposed to be asleep, right? She's supposed to be asleep. So if she's sleeping, I would think that, that you would put her to bed, right? You would put her to bed. Or if you and Candace wanted to leave, if you and Candace was going to leave, you still put her to bed and have Grandis come over and watch the kids till you guys got back. But Dudley said no. They didn't take the boys with them. They left the boys there. They left Grandis there. And when this picture was taken that particular day, Dudley was there. He was getting ready to leave, and he saw Don Wells come out of the house carrying Summer, just like this, and Candace come out, and Candace and Donald was taking Summer somewhere. And the boys were asking, where are you going with Sissy? Where are you going with our Sissy? They didn't answer. They got into the vehicle and they were leaving with Summer, leaving the boys and Grandis there. So where was they going? Where was they going?
picture where I'm holding her, where you got me holding her right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I won't lie to you. I'll tell the truth. Yeah, I knew. I knew at that moment the time was close at hand, and I don't know how I knew, and I can't explain it. I wasn't told in words or anything like that, but I knew the time was close at hand, and I actually had tears in my eyes. The picture might not show it,
No, we can see you're crying.
really.
Mm-hmm. You can see it.
Yeah, I mean, you can take it or leave it, but that's the truth. I mean,
Well, was
I
it the
don't
same? Was it the same angel that had come to you 6 months before?
probably. I mean, I don't know. I can't explain it.
Was it this? No, no, he can't explain it because it didn't happen. If something truly happens to you, oh, trust me, you can explain it, right? You can explain it. You know, like like a person in here tonight said, I had a dream. PG, I had a dream, right? I had a dream about under the tree where the swing used to hang. You know, they were explaining it. Why? Because they had the dream, right? They had the dream. So sure, they're able to explain it, and they explained, hey, it was a dream. Um, you know, we all we all know, you know, we all know the Lord's voice when we hear it, right? We all know the Lord. When the Lord puts something on us, oh, we know it. We know the feeling, you know, when the Lord's putting something on us to do. When he's, saying, hey, help this person, or the Lord's voice. That's no doubt in my mind. Every Christian does. Every Christian knows. You know. Now, you know, there isn't anything, if something truly happens, you can explain it. Now, and it might not, it, you know, it might not sound real, right? It may not sound real. You know, it's like, you know, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I mean, I know that I heard it, or I know that I seen it, or I know that it happened, but how can you expect other people to believe what you can't believe yourself, right? But you can explain it. You can always explain it if it happened to you. You can say how it happened, where it happened, when it happened, right? It's explanatory. Absolutely. He can't explain it. Well, you can't explain it because it didn't happen, right? Because it didn't happen. You know, um, it just is what it is. But he says he knew. Of course you knew. Of course you knew. Because I think that whatever whatever was pre-planned had already been planned at this particular time. I think that everything her hair is already shaved, Donald. In this picture, your daughter's hair is already shaved off. So whatever, of course, you knew that the time was short, because the second that you guys shaved her hair off, you did it for a reason. And that reason was part of the pre planned situation that was carried out on June the 15th, 2021. If you ask me, this is my opinion, and I'm probably right. Because then you also start driving a different vehicle on the 14th. You fire your coworker on the 14th, and on the 15th you drive the same vehicle because it's not noticeable, and it has Starlink, which is an extra additive support for you and your alibis. And you couldn't wait to get there and blame Dudley. You had law enforcement on at Dudley's dad's house before morning hit. They were knocking on his dad's door, which you knew he wasn't there. You gave the dad's address when you had Dudley's real address, but you didn't. You wanted to give his dad's address right there in Tennessee to make it seem like Dudley was closer to your place. Then, because if you'd have gave his original address over in Virginia, that would have been too far away. That would have been too far away for law enforcement. You felt that, oh, Dudley would have been too far away for them to really believe that he'd done something like this. That's why you wanted to put Dudley in Tennessee at his dad's house. You know, I'm going to tell you, these criminal minds, man, they're a little bit smarter than we think, right? These criminal-minded humans, some of them try to master it, right? Some people try to master that criminal-minded shit. And I'm afraid Don and Candace, in my opinion, are two people who do, along with Grandma. And, but yeah, absolutely. And, you know, this is why I don't understand why more has not been done in Summer's case. Why more hasn't been done in Summer's case? Because I'm going to tell you, even a blind man could see who the guilty parties are in this particular case, if you ask me. And I don't think it would be that hard after all of what, you know, these guys have done, you know, cutting off her hair and, you know, taking her out, you know, a baby's day out, right? On June 15th, 2021. And I mean, everything was leading up to it. Don starts driving the other vehicle, which he hadn't ever done since the vehicle was bought, but he does it on the 14th. He fires his coworker on the 14th, someone to blame it on, right? Then he keeps the coworker's money to try to, you know, finagle law enforcement into believing, oh, he's got plenty of money. Why would he need to do anything to, you know, anything criminal to get more money? Really weird, right? Really weird. And I think all of these weird actions probably could have been enough, right? To try to get some type of prosecution, or at least get some type of more extensive things done, right? Some more extensive law work done, as in interrogation, right? Interrogation, more of a thorough search of the property, more thorough searches of the vehicle, you know, just a lot more. And it being almost, you know, 3 years come June 15th, 2021. I don't understand why, you know, more searches haven't been put together. And because the Wells make it, they're adamant, right? The Wells are adamant about not wanting their property searched. And you know, I wouldn't search their property. I would search around their property. I would search over on Light Road, right? I would search down the road. I would search in that area. Definitely, I would be searching in that area for sure, right? Old Candy Cane. There's old Candy Cane, right? Seems like Candy Cane likes to come and hang around when you're talking, you know, about the Wells. Probably this picture right here brought her over. She probably wanted a little bit of Fred herself, right? She probably wants a little bit of Fred too after seeing that. No doubt in my mind. Sorry, Candy Cane, but Fred don't want you. He wants Ziggy. Voice, I mean, was it? There you go. That's all I got to say. Don can't explain. He can't explain what happened when he supposedly heard these voices. But like he said, you heard him. I did know the time was very near. I bet you did. I bet you did. For whatever reasons you guys did what you did, everything leads up to premeditated, pre-planned, and carried out. Um, don't tell me, PG, don't tell me I'm more, brilliant in law enforcement. Um, well, who knows? Might be. All right? Might be. Now that I think about it, I don't know. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm afraid I think I would have gotten more answers. I would have gotten more answers because personally, if a 5-year-old child comes up missing, I'm not going to, they wandered off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, this has got to be, this has got to be treated like a criminal case. And I want three cop cars here right now. Candace in one of them, Donald in one of them, and Grandis in the other. Oh, don't worry about the kids. Don't worry about the boys. We got an officer watching them, right? We got an officer watching them, taking care of them, watching over them. And we're taking all of you downtown. We're not waiting till later. While we're looking for her, we're going to have you guys downtown questioning you. Because we don't need you anymore. We don't need you looking, right? We don't need you looking anywhere. We can look. What we need you to do is go downtown and put each one in a room and interrogate them all, right? Interrogate them. Get their stories. Don't let them coddle up to make up a bunch of stuff to be on the same page when it comes time to answer all the questions, right? Don't give them overnight to congregate. Absolutely not. You get them down there and you get everything out of them right now. And, and I don't think they would have gotten the same story out of Candace, Grandis, and Donald. I don't think they'd have got the same story if they would have took them in immediately and questioned all of them. I think the reason they got the same story is because they got together. They got together before they, left the house the next day. Well, Candace didn't even leave, right? They had to send a cop car to get her. But they all did congregate before leaving and to stick with the same story, right? And they pretty much did there for a long time. And then it started, all of it started falling apart. It all started falling apart. But they did for a minute. It took place in Rogersville, Tennessee. That's where it took place. It took place on Penn Hill Road. That's exactly where it took place. But that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Absolutely. Hey, Bagel Mom, absolutely gifted one Prayer Garden of America membership. God bless. I totally and utterly appreciate that. That is a gift that will keep going. God bless. God bless. And God bless whoever received it. Whoever received it, God bless. A lot of people in here tonight received memberships. And God bless each and every one of you that did, and also bless the one who gave for you to receive. That is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Hey, Much love to you. Much love to you, Bagel Mom. I appreciate that. But yeah, um, you know, I'm starting to, I'm starting to wonder. I'm starting to wonder. Fred, do I believe everything Fred says? Oh no. I don't believe everything that anyone says. But I do I do believe I do believe somewhat of what Fred said. Because Fred said, that Donald was down his house a few times, constantly hanging down there the night law enforcement was up at the house. And Donald kept trying to get away by going other places. Candace is hiding inside the house, right? And God only knows where Grandma is, right? She's probably in the camper. Knowing Grandma, she's probably hiding in the camper. It sounds to me like that Don, Candace, and Grandis were all split up, hiding the night the summer came up missing, right? They were trying to keep as far away from law enforcement as they could. And I believe Fred because Donald out of his own mouth, and I'm going to let you listen to it. Did you speak to Fred or see Fred or go to his house or he come to your house on June the 15th?
No, I went to his house.
On June 15th?
Yeah, and many days after that.
There you go. So see, there you go. Donald said I went to Fred's house. Fred said he was down there, right? But early on, Candace and Donald and them were trying to say, what Fred was saying wasn't true because Fred wasn't around them the night Summer went missing. They wasn't around Fred, right? They were saying they weren't around Fred. Well, there's Donald. There's Donald admitting, oh yeah, I was at Fred's house, right? Yeah, I was. He was hanging down there diligently, and Fred was up there, talking and asking about what was going on at their home as well. Um, so everything is true. And I know this because, early on, behind the scenes, right? Behind the scenes, um, Donald told me that Fred was up there. He told me that he was down at Fred's. Matter of fact, he said he parked his vehicle all the way at the end. The end. I said, why you do that? And he said he walked back to the house. I said, why did you do that? Right? And he said, well, there wasn't no way out. No way out. They had Fields Road blocked off and they had the other end blocked off and you couldn't get out. Actually, he wasn't going to go to Fred's. He was going to actually leave out the community, right? He was so shook up. Now where he was going, I don't know. I don't know. But because everything was blocked in, he couldn't get out of the community. He still didn't want his vehicle up on Ben Hill Road at his residence because he didn't want law enforcement all over it. Now, what was the problem with law enforcement being all over his vehicle? I don't know. Right? I have no idea. Did he have something in it that he didn't want them to see or find? I don't know. Right? I have no idea. I just know that he didn't want them. He didn't want them around his vehicle. He took it and, parked it away from there once he figured out he couldn't leave the community. Hello, Mama OG. How you doing, sweetie? Good to see you. Absolutely. Hello to Colt. Hello, Miss Colt. Good to see her too. But yeah. Oh, wow. I'm sorry that happened to you, Texas Brett. I am sorry that happened to you because it shouldn't have. It shouldn't have. Absolutely not. You know, every every human out here in this community, this missing child's community, right? These this is one giant army. This is one big giant army out here in this, YouTube community for missing and abused children. And each voice counts. Every last person. Your voice counts. These children need more voices, right? They need more voices than they already have. They could use these children need every voice around the world, to be honest with you. You know, voices have to rise up, and the more voices, the better job, you know, and the more attention these children will get to be found, brought home, and justice served, right? Because when you have a large community that are all standing up for the missing children in this world, then you have people watching, you have eyes on everything, and it draws the news media, it draws, right? It draws the big time to help these children as well. And every voice counts. And for anyone to try to exclude even one voice, tell it that is not welcome. That is so wrong. Because you know what? And that is very selfish. Because you're not thinking about the big picture, right? I feel you're not here for the right reason. If you exclude any voices that are truly voices for these missing children, you're not here for the right reason. Because every single voice counts, and every single voice needs to be respected with the utmost respect. Absolutely. So I am so sorry that happened to you. No one's voice should, especially just because, um, you can't be a member or something. Absolutely not. You know, I wish everyone could be a member here. Absolutely. I wish everyone could, but I totally understand. I totally understand that, some people just don't have that cup of coffee, right? They don't have that one cup of coffee. Um, to go somewhere else. Some people have to, to be frugal, right? They have to be frugal. And that's totally, totally understandable. But you got to thank God that their voice is still here, you know, um, being a voice for these missing kids, because that's what it's about, right? That's what it's all about, is being here and being that voice, because the voice is what these children need. They need the voice, and no one should ever be treated like that. So, let me apologize. I don't know who did that, but let me apologize that it happened as something that should not have happened, for sure. Amen. That's right. That's right. It's important to contribute your heart. Amen. Amen. And I'm going to tell you, I think it's amazing. I think it's amazing being out here with all of you guys. I think this is an amazing community. You know, I can't say that it's perfect. Nothing's perfect, you guys. Nothing's perfect. Nothing. We ain't perfect either, right? Nothing in this life is perfect. You know, um, Jesus told us that, right? Jesus told us. You know, the Bible tells us that there is nothing that won't that won't deteriorate in time, right? On this earth. That's why you need to lay your gifts up in heaven. And I think you guys are doing a good job at that. I think you're doing an excellent job at laying them gifts in heaven because you do care. You do care. You do got a heart and you really do care for these missing children. And I think that's absolutely amazing. I think it's amazing that, so many people do care. I mean, if you don't, I think all of us, at some point, every last one of us at some point kind of felt, that, there's no good left in this world, right? I think we've all felt that at some point in time. There's no good left in the world. Hey, you guys show everyone that there is. You show everyone that there is a lot of good left in this world. Just by being here and being a voice for the voiceless, each and every one of you show that there is a lot of good left on this earth. A lot of gifts getting laid up in the heaven every day. You guys are amazing. Let me be the first to tell you, you are amazing. And, it's an honor for me to be a part of all of this. It's an honor, you know. And like I've always said, you guys are essential, not disposable. You are essential. And everyone should treat you as you are. Everyone. Right? Absolutely. Listen, I know that I've had you guys here for a while. I came in kind of late tonight, and I'm sorry. Let me apologize. I've just had so much going on lately. But I ain't going to get into it because I don't need that people come, the haters, right? I don't need the haters coming at me sideways. With oh, PG singing sad songs. No, but I have had a lot on my plate, and I'm sorry. I've been getting in pretty late. I try. Trust me. I work hard to try to get in here early, but it just somehow, some reason, it don't work, and it's okay because God puts me wherever I am. Right? God controls all things, and I don't get upset. I don't get upset about nothing because I know everywhere I am, that's where God put me, and He put me for a reason, and it's okay. It's okay. But I've had you guys in here for a little while now, and I did come in late, so I'm going to head out of here. I'm going to head out of here for the night, let you guys get some rest, because I know it's much needed, right? It's much needed with all the things we have to do in our lives. And God willing, we'll meet back up here tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday. PG comes in on Thursday. I'm going to try to make a special trip on Friday for Pam's birthday. I don't know if I'll be able to pass up, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pass up Fred coming out of a bologna cake for her. That's going to be hard. So I'm definitely going to try. I'm going to try to get Fred coming out of that bologna cake. Right? We got to do that, y'all. We got to make that dream come true. So I'm going to try to get in and I'm going to try to make her a bologna cake. For sure. I can't pass this one up. Thank you, PG, for bringing us all together for summer. Big old mom, I appreciate each and every one of you coming together for summer. Absolutely. And I have to give all credit credit and glory to God. God is definitely the one that started this channel for Summer. He just used me as a vessel to run it, and I am honored. I am honored to be that vessel, you know, for Summer and all missing children out here who need each and every last one of us. So God bless. God bless. Absolutely. Hey, beautiful sunflower. We love and appreciate you, PG. Hey, girl, I love you guys too. You guys don't know. You don't know. But I truly love you guys. You guys are such a blessing to me, to these children. You guys, I wish you could see, if you could see through my eyes, if you could see your worth the way I see your guys' worth, let me tell you something, baby. You guys are rich. You are rich in the eyes of PG. Beautiful. You guys are beautiful, beautiful souls, beautiful human beings. And don't ever let no one tell you you ain't, because PG knows you are. I know you are. God bless. God bless each and every one of y'all. Absolutely. You guys are amazing. And I can't say that enough. Pam said, please don't, PG. Oh, girl, you know I am. You know I am. You can't miss your birthday party, girl. You can't miss your birthday party. Don't even try it, Pam. Don't even try it. You got to show up at your birthday party. I mean, if we love and care about you enough to give you one, girl, you got to care and love of us enough to show up. All right. You got to you got to show up to this one. Absolutely. You got to. Oh, beautiful sunflower. I appreciate that. Prayers for these missing children. Summer Wells, Michael Vaughn, Sebastian Rogers, and Eli View. Oh, that is so beautiful, beautiful sunflower. And I so appreciate the support. God bless. God bless. Good night, PG. We love you. Hey, girl, I love you guys too. You know it. You know it. You absolutely know it. Listen, I'm going to play Summer's song out of here, but I don't ever go out of here without asking, please, 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 please keep the prayers going up for these missing children. Please pray for Summer. Pray for her. I worry so much. I worry so much that, you know, other cases and so forth is going to overshadow her. And I don't want that. I don't want that. I want the focus to stay on her. I want Hawkins County. I want Ronnie and I want Pruitt and I want law enforcement there to understand that we are not going nowhere. We are going to keep Summer out here. We're going to keep her in the spotlight and we're going to keep moving forward with her case the way that they promised they were going to do. Right? And they tell us that, hey, it's not cold, it's active, it's moving forward. Well, you know what? We want to see this case moving forward. We want some updates on how this case is doing. If it ain't running cold and there's still plenty of stuff coming in, then we want to hear that, hey, Ronnie, what we want to hear is you haven't gave up. We want to hear you come out and say, I promised that I'll solve this case and we're still working on it. And I will. And I will, because I made a promise and I'm a man that keeps my promise. And so did you. So did you. Pruitt. So did you. You made a promise. You said you will not let this baby's case run cold. That's what you said too. Right with Ronnie. You said it as well. Well, you know what? A man's only as good as his word. And we're taking you at face value for your word. I don't want to hear that you're only taking solid leads. You should have had some solid leads. You should be not hearing but listening. You need to work harder. You need to work harder because that's what you get paid for. Now you guys said you're going to solve this case. We want it solved. And we ain't going nowhere until it is. We're going nowhere till it is. Let me tell you, Summer is not going to get overshadowed by anything. What she's going to get is put into the bright light, and she is going to be a constant reminder that you, Ronnie Lawson, and Pruitt, you have something to do. It's called solve this case. That's what it's called. Get it done. Get it done. I believe in them. I believe they can do it. You know, I think Pruitt and Ronnie need to pray. I think they need to pray, right? They need to pray that God gives them all the tools they need to solve Summer's case, because I know I've been praying for it. I'm a praying that you get all the tools you need. Maybe God's waiting for you to pray. So why don't you pray for those tools? Because we're all praying. We're praying that God gives them to you. Maybe you need to pray that he gives them to you too. And then you'll get them. I don't know what's holding this up, but that might be the prayer that is holding it up. The ones that ain't coming from them, right? To get it done. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know, you guys. But I do know this. I do know the Summers case needs to be solved. I do know that I don't think it's going to be that hard to solve, right? The answers are right in front of their face. All the answers is right there in front of their face. Utilize them. Utilize them. You know, I'm not law enforcement in Hawkins County, Tennessee. I'm not law enforcement. So, you know, I don't have control. I don't have control of how they're going to operate and run this case. But I do know, what I do know is if they can just open their eyes and utilize all the facts, and there's a lot of facts in this case that pretty much tell you the whole story of what happened. And they can, you know, harness all of this. They can harness it. And maybe go back to the drawing board and turn some things around. I think they'd have enough to prosecute upon. That's, you know, that's the way I would work it, right? That's the way I would work it. But just saying, you guys, this baby's case needs to be solved. And I don't like people that make empty promises. I don't like anybody that makes an empty promise. Because if you make an empty promise, then you knew it was empty when you did it, right? You knew it was empty when you done it. And that, and therefore that was not an empty promise. That was just an outright lie. That was an outright lie that should not have ever been told. Don't promise me something that you can't give me. No one has a right to ever promise anyone anything they can't give them, right? Don't make them kind of promises, because people depend on you, especially when you're law enforcement. When you are law enforcement, people look up to you and they depend on you to get things done. And there's a lot of people out here who love these missing children. A lot of people out here needs these babies found, and these babies need to be found. They need. It's not a want. We don't want Summer found. We need her found. Why? Because she needs to be found. She needs it. We need what she needs. Just like we need what Sebastian needs. Sebastian needs found. That's why. It's not rocket science, right? It's not rocket science out here, man. This is common everyday sense. When somebody's lost, they need help. When somebody's lost, they need to be found. Right? They want to be found. They're praying to be found. They need to be found. It's a need, not a want. I don't understand it. I just don't understand, you know, why so many cases go, go cold, go unsolved. Um, it's beyond me. It's beyond me. It's like Dylan Rounds. Dylan Rounds' case has been solved, right? It's solved now. They found Dylan. You know, he's actually practically in his own backyard. But they looked and they searched and they searched and they looked, right? But until this person led them to him, they had dogs out there, they had helicopter, they had everything, everything. But until the person led them to him, they wasn't found, right? And if nobody would have let them, Dylan still would be where he was. And that's sad. That's sad. Trust me. There's people knows. There's people who know exact. And I'm telling you, I got a feeling it's way more. It's way more than just a couple of people know where Summer's at. What happened to Summer? I just pray to God one of them, just one, comes forth for her sake and lets her be found, lets her be laid to rest rightfully, right? Righteously. And lets her brothers have the peace and closure they need to move forward in this life as well. Just one. That's what I pray for. Amen. Keep those prayers going up. Keep them going up for this little girl. She counts on each and every last one of us. She counts on you. So please, before you go to bed tonight, remember, please bow your head, fold your hands, and ask God to let these kids be found, to let Summer be found, brought home, justice served. Let Sebastian be found, wherever he may be, let him be found. Wherever little Eli is, let him be found. And the same for Michael Vaughn, right? The same for Michael Vaughn. But most of all, wherever they are, God, please, please surround them with love and light. Keep them safe. Keep them safe, even if they're with you in heaven now. Please, just watch over them. Watch over them. Amen. Listen, you guys, PG's going to go out of here, but I don't ever go without asking for these children to be prayed for. And I've been seeing a lot of please unspoken prayers. Let us also bow our heads, pray for one another. A family that prays together stays together, and we are a family. Whether we like it or not, right? Whether we love each other or we don't. We are one big community for the missing, and we are one huge family out here. And I'm talking about every chat across the board, right? Every member across the board, everyone across the board. I don't care whose channel it is. I don't care whose chat it is. We are all one big family. We may not get along. We may not get along all the time. But you know what? We're still family. We're still family. So always pray for one another. Pray for one another. As I said, family that prays together stays together. And I'm going to tell you, we need to stay together because these missing children, they count on each and every last one of us. There is no one that we can afford to lose out of this community. We need to gain. We need to gain, folks, not lose. So keep those prayers going up in the name of Jesus. Amen. Good night. God bless. Much love, y'all.